Welcome to Married to Movies. John Russell and Tracy Kring have spent over 20 years in cinematrimony, making films and navigating marriage. They produce, write, and critique films, all while happily sharing life and business.
Morning, babe.
Good morning, babe. How you doing?
I have a love-hate relationship with some of the fabrics that I have to wear. You were going to a networking thing and then to a fashion show.
Yes.
And I got to use my lint brush.
Because I have a very long jacket, and it was a mess.
I do not like hair and lint on my clothes.
I know.
I don't like it.
I'm quite aware of this.
I have a very sensitive skin.
Babe,
And if I even
you're not
see
telling
it,
me anything I don't know.
I know it's going to be itchy. I'll not wear something because stuff sticks to it.
No, here's what happens. You ask me, so do you think I should wear this? It feels like it might get linty. And I'm like, no, I think you're going to be fine. No, you're going to be. And I know for a fact you're going to take it off.
Well,
whatever I say does not make any difference because you're going to take off whatever you questioned.
Well, the second I see lint on it, I'm gonna rip that shit off. I really love this one because you're going one direction,
right?
And then
boom.
More than meets the eye.
I'm wearing my MTV shirt in honor of
cute.
the death of MTV.
Oh, did they die?
Well, they stopped making music videos. It was like a couple
500 years ago.
Well, yes, but they officially just were like, we no longer are going to show any music videos.
Okay. You haven't shown music videos in 50 years.
Well,
and now we're putting a moratorium on it?
Yeah.
What? It's YouTube.
Rest in power.
No, it's YouTube.
MTV.
But MTV is YouTube.
It is. I was at a networking event, and I was thinking about that phrase. They hate us because they ain't us.
Yeah.
Which, that phrase is used a lot in sports. It was kind of like,
I've heard it used politically.
People just coming into the business, which isn't always young people. This business will have 60-year-olds who will just want to start making films.
There are people who, once they're able to be more comfortable and raise their family to a certain age,
yes,
that they're able to finally kind of let up off the gas of the corporate life.
There's a dream that they've always had.
And they get to kind of pursue
some
story.
Creative... I've always wanted to be an actor. I've always wanted to be a writer. I've always wanted to be a director.
Well, I don't agree with it that they hate us.
They don't hate us.
No, I think they're just maybe
they
jealous of some part
us.
of our life that it looks like is our life.
And that's the thing, is like, how much of this is you really wanting to tell stories and really want to kind of scratch that itch? And how much of it is you think you want the accoutrements that come with being celebrity, famous, rich, whatever bullshit that you want to come up with.
It looks fun and cool whenever you see people like walking red carpets and stuff.
It does.
And for instance, we were watching Stephen Colbert, and the woman from The Pit, the like blonde kind of like the nurse who's over top of everything. Yes. Literally before I watched her interview, I said, I don't know where the hell this woman's from. Like, she kind of came out of nowhere.
Right.
She was married to Dennis Hopper.
She was married to Dennis Hopper and was in one of the movies that we absolutely love, known as Backtrack, which also known as Catch Fire, if you want to look it up.
Don't talk to me about also known as Catch Fire. Don't talk to me about that shit.
It's called Backtrack.
Backtrack. It was before I graduated. I was like in sophomore year.
Fun fact, first time I ever saw Hieronymus Bosch.
Oh.
In my life, I saw it in Backtrack.
Does anybody remember this film? Because nobody ever talks about Backtrack. When we were hearing her tell the story of being married to Dennis Hopper, all these people who used to hang out with her, Lauren Bacall, all of the biggies.
She talked about this party that had Lauren Bacall at it and Vincent Price.
Okay, so interesting. She was also, when we looked her up on IMDb, she was a waitress in Backtrack. We're not calling it that other name.
And Lauren Bacall and Vincent Price are both in that movie. So we put two and two together.
She said that Vincent Price is the one who taught Dennis Hopper about art.
Oh.
And
he
Bosch
started
is
to be
in that film
Dennis
too.
Hopper started to be an art collector.
After he learned, because like he was actually over there like doing some pool work, and Vincent Price was like taking him inside and showing him all this art.
Right.
And that's how he got into it. And she was like, it's one of the great, passions of his life is art collection. I was like, holy shit. So Backtrack really was born of Dennis Hopper and all of the connections that he had.
Right.
At the time.
Right. And it's one of the only films that Dennis Hopper directed. I think there were 3 films that he directed.
He just called in some favors from his pals. Yeah, he had pals. They hung out at his house. He called in some favors. Okay.
Yeah. True indie. Jodie Foster.
Why do they want her dead?
She
saw a crime or something.
Yeah, she saw an assassination.
She saw something. Yeah. She knew something. They need her to die.
The mobsters needed her to die. Yeah, exactly.
She's an artist.
It's a really, very 90s, really, really cool movie.
I know on red carpets, and like she just won an Emmy.
An Emmy for The Pit.
For her role on The Pit. I know that looks glamorous, but case in point, okay?
It's 35 years of work.
She was married to some people who were known.
Very known.
Power players.
All of her husbands have been power players.
Okay, maybe not French Stewart, but
Well, at
Dennis
the time.
Hopper. You're married to Dennis Hopper.
Absolutely.
And you're still only getting one-off roles on television.
Absolutely.
Okay? That is to say how difficult it can be.
It's a slog, baby. It's a marathon.
We are gluttons for that punishment. Okay? I don't know if a person who wants to clock in...
Hurt me, movie daddy. Hurt me.
If a person who wants to clock in from 9 to 5 and go home and have a life.
Yeah.
Okay? And have what I would consider free time. Like from 9 to 5, my second day starts.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Okay? And I work from 6 to midnight.
Okay. You literally will work and edit in every situation that you can. Yeah. I mean, there is no stopping. There is no stopping.
Well,
if somebody says that there is a deadline tomorrow, that deadline is tomorrow.
I got a email from someone who I do occasional work for, and they were like, hey, I've got a client. They need something fast. Can you do the edit and animations? Right. And I was like, well, if you want it fast, I'll do the edit.
You had a stomach pain, and I had a doctor's appointment to go.
Well, I had stomach pain for days.
Yes.
And it was getting progressively worse every day.
It was every day.
I thought, hey, I'll go to my doctor. He'll prescribe me some Pepcid or some shit, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Like, whatever.
And the doctor's like, you need to go to the hospital.
He's like, go to the ER. And
go to the ER.
Come on. Like, really? Are you really doing that? Like,
he thought that you might have diverticulitis. Did I get it right? Ricky Ticky Tabby itis.
Diverticulitis. He thought it was probably diverticulitis. But he wasn't sure and needed to rule out other things.
Which means you have like poop in your stomach, right? Isn't that what diverticulitis means?
No, it's like an inflammation and like everything of your
colon. Because you've been eating poop.
No, because I know.
And I told you, stop eating poop, Tracy.
I don't do that.
Okay, you're not a fecal fiend.
I did make a really terrible dish, though. That was total shit.
It was total shit.
It was total shit.
Is it possible if you make something shitty enough, it turns into shit inside your stomach?
It was so weird. Okay. Several years ago, you bought me, and I may have mentioned it on the show before, potato starch. Okay.
Are we going to talk about this potato starch again?
And I think you thought it was something I could make bread with, but it's not.
Yes. It seemed
useless.
like it was going to be perfect for making bread.
Such a great present. Let's get someone
a box of mashed potatoes.
Thanks. One of the worst presents you've ever gotten me.
You open up your Christmas. All right.
I finally found a very cute little recipe, like a Korean recipe.
It's true.
For potato noodles.
They looked very cute.
They were so cute. They were like these little buttons. They were so cute.
They were adorable.
I was so excited to make them.
You were very excited.
And I was like, finally, I have something to use this shit for.
Exactly.
So It wasn't going well.
No, it wasn't.
Um,
You kind of knew as you were going, oh, this is a train wreck.
I was like, why is this so yellow and it's not white like the recipe's supposed to be? And I was like, please don't tell me somebody fucked with this recipe and it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it was not good.
We get through the whole process. I make the little noodles. They're not that cute.
Right.
You boil them and they made a slime in the water.
The audience heard that you went to the hospital.
No, we're getting to that. we're coming back.
We're talking about, you gotta give the audience what they want.
I'm here. I'm fine.
You're not dead.
No,
okay, you're not dead.
I lived.
Okay, so we can talk about dumplings all day.
No,
the rest of the show we could talk about dumplings.
They were not dumplings. After the fact, I realized it was potato flour.
Right.
It was not potato starch.
What happened at the hospital?
Oh, well, they gave me like 2 packs of IV antibiotics.
Right.
And then I did my CT scan.
You were editing in the waiting room. You were editing on your hospital bed.
Yeah.
Which, okay, this is not even a room even. There's nothing in this room except for a hospital bed. The shrouds.
The shrouds.
Not a lot of people.
Not the shrewds.
No, not a lot of people talk about this movie.
Crudes.
Not a lot of people. It's really not on a lot of like best of lists. It's not on a lot of horror best of lists. I will tell you, this movie is like a Cronenberg like sampler, like having like different little pieces of Cronenberg all in one movie. It's like seeing all of Cronenberg's movies in one film.
Right.
It has sex. It has weird physical stuff like in Crash. It's dark. It's funny. It doesn't always make sense. It's very unsatisfying at the end, like a lot of Cronenberg movies.
So there's the shroud.
Right. That you wrap a dead body in.
Yeah. And then it's kind of like gives you a 3D camera of them as they decompose. Like, who the fuck would ever want that? Well, but it is kind of funny.
Well, he was, the movie was a lot about grief and sort of like, him wanting to let go. Right, connected. So having this app where he could watch his wife whenever he wanted, kind of made him connected to her. There was a very kind of a weird necrophilia thing there.
It was weird. Of course, there was like body dysmorphias.
Yeah.
All the
conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
And, like one of the things about David Cronenberg that I've talked to people about is that no matter what level of film that he makes it with an independent mindset.
Yeah.
Like they don't have a ton of locations,
The Fly.
Yeah, well, The Fly is like basically one location. Eastern Promises is kind of like that history of violence.
So good.
I mean, just so many just banger movies. He's one of the greatest directors, of all time, in my opinion. If you look at the variety of films, God bless David Lynch, an original mind. To me, Cronenberg does David Lynch better. What did you think of The Smashing Machine?
When I saw like him full body head to toe,
mm-hmm.
He was walking like out, into the arena.
He's like one of the first MMA fighters.
Is it MMA?
Yeah. Yeah, it's MMA. Yeah, mixed martial arts, babe.
Oh, it didn't seem like they were doing as much of that. It was more WWE kind of vibes.
Well, it was the early days. So it was like you would have like a boxer versus a wrestler. And he was more of a wrestler, his character.
Right. Him walking out, I just saw like his muscles and I was just like, I don't know. He just looks like barbecue. He looks really yummy.
You said he looked delicious. You said that in a cannibal situation.
I would want to eat the Rock.
You would just want to chomp down on that guy's thigh.
It got me thinking about like.
And I started to worry about you.
How we, like you fatten a hog before you slaughter it. I wonder if like in some apocalypse scenario, if we would fatten people.
You would fatten up the Rock? If we're exploring this scenario of eating the Rock in a apocalypse situation, yes, The Rock is a feast.
I just think he would be a high dollar hog. He did look yummy. They had like altered his face. He didn't look like The Rock. He was less attractive.
Yeah.
His relationship with his girlfriend was, and then I found out they actually did end up getting married and having a child.
So messed up.
Not good.
So messed up. She was really crazy.
You told me it was a Safdie film, right?
It was. Yes.
Okay. And the Safdies have this market cornered. They keep you on the edge of your seat, even if something is not innately anxiety inducing. Just the two of them fighting. Just her size against his size.
You were always afraid he was going to kill her.
I was like, oh, is this, I kept asking you, is this movie going to end in her murder?
Yeah.
Is he going to murder her?
Yeah, because he was so big. There was one scene where he got mad because he was all roided up.
He just, in a second.
Absolutely destroyed this door.
Destroyed a door in a second.
Turned this door into toothpicks with like one shot.
It was so fast.
Yeah, it was pretty
I wonder
scary.
how many doors they had to do that to.
I don't know. I mean, it was probably made of like, paper mache or something.
Well, it's one of those, like, it's not a great door. It's an interior door.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like one of the really shitty apartment doors. Yeah. No.
It was just like, this is my life. This is like how I live my life. And I roid up. Actually, he wasn't doing roids. He was like full on opiates.
He was. He was had a serious opiate problem. And the way that he would like try to charm the doctors and, to like, get more stuff. Hey guys, I really need this.
I can't just go home with ibuprofen.
Yeah. It was an interesting story. It's fascinating. One of the brothers made Marty Supreme, and one of the brothers made the Smashing Machine.
But what happened to them in their childhood that like made them so on edge? What is their condition? Because I had just been at the ER, even though you didn't want me to stay home, right?
No, I didn't.
I did stay home.
We are a great team when it comes to networking. And
I don't think so.
I think we're a great team. I think we're amazing together when we network. You balance me out, man.
Yeah, because I'm sitting there like this.
That's not true. People love you, Tracy. They love you.
Okay, that one networking event in the city, in that bar, in the top floor of the bar.
I know.
And I literally, it was one of the most miserable things I've ever experienced in my life.
There were many people.
The sound and the crowd. I was like, I didn't think I had a problem with this, but I got a problem with this.
You just have to.
I can't go Zen. Don't tell me to do Zen shit. I can't. I literally sat there completely overstimulated.
You did great.
And someone sat down next to me and I'm like, are you as overstimulated and miserable as I am? Like, I think you should be like the hunter-gatherer. You should go hunt them, gather them to me. I will keep the fire warm at home.
Oh, well, okay. You got to leave the cave sometime, babe.
It's like -5. The fire is not home.
You have some beautiful animal skins that you can slide on, and it's lovely when you are at one of these things. Well, I was at a fashion show yesterday. Yeah. The talent agency that I work with had about 50 of their models, and it was in a church. And it was on Park Avenue, and it looked
really beautiful. It was
like, man, that was like a Michael Kors type thing. It was like really impressive. We'll do some follow up and we'll see what happens. But it was very, very cool.
I do wish I could have gone to the fashion show part.
I wish you would have been there too. You and I would have had such a great time at that fashion show.
Yeah, and I had a cute outfit.
You did. You had an extremely cute outfit. And we're going to wear that to the CIA this week.
Yeah, we'll wear it then.
To the Culinary Institute of America.
My
birthday week starts.
Woo!
February 3rd.
I got some bell bottoms, which I really wish bell bottoms would come back.
Oh, are they coming back? They're kind of coming back. Yes, absolutely. Or they were back and now they're out again. I'm not sure.
Okay, so there's this Ryan Murphy does like the rip from the headline things, right? Like the brothers.
I'm thinking, okay, Ryan Murphy
American Horror Story.
Yeah, Ryan Murphy is like, you got Taylor Sheridan on one side and Ryan Murphy on the other. and they both are incredibly prolific.
Yeah.
I mean, Ryan Murphy has probably done
he did
24 shows.
Did he do like House of Versace?
He did, yeah. Well,
did he do Halston?
He did Halston. He does all of the American
the monster
Monsters.
Peoples.
Yeah, which we've talked about. Ed Gein. Yeah,
oh, God,
Ed Gein.
Don't
I know
get me
you
started
loved,
on Ed
you loved
Gein.
Ed Gein.
Ooh,
Yes,
I need
exactly.
to watch that again.
No, we really don't. We don't need to watch that again. There's
I
no
loved
purpose.
it. I
There's no
loved
purpose
it.
in watching that again.
Oh my God, it's so
Nothing
good.
is going to change from when we watched it
But
the first time.
he did the Menendez brothers.
He did the Menendez brothers. He did, yeah. And he also does the crime ones. Yeah, the American Crime. He does. I mean, Ryan Murphy is, incredible. Not to mention American Horror Story. But this new one is called The Beauty.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like if The Substance was a series.
Right.
The idea that there is a little bit of a Cronenberg vibe.
A little Cronenberg.
Yeah, because it's a sexually transmitted disease.
Yes, but this one doesn't rot your nose off.
No,
this makes you very beautiful.
This makes you the most amazing version of yourself you could ever imagine.
People, their outside may change, but their inside's still the same.
True. It doesn't change the fact that you are a terrible person, no
even,
matter what you look like.
Even if you do consider yourself unattractive or ugly for some reason or another.
Right.
You're still actually focused on your looks.
Well, look at like Elon Musk. Okay, Elon Musk was very unattractive younger. He got all the money and I wouldn't call him attractive, but he improved himself.
Focusing on the problems you have with your looks.
Right.
It's kind of the same as focusing on maintaining your looks.
Mm-hmm.
It's all still ego. So you take someone who's got issues with ego and narcissism, and then you make them beautiful. I don't think you're helping anything.
No, and you're also talking, and it also is such a sense of entitlement.
Spoiler alert, Rebecca Hall got beautified.
Which means she's not Rebecca Hall anymore
I know,
in the next
she's
episode.
Like some other actress.
And I was loving the vibe between Evan Peters and Rebecca Hall.
Well, now it's some new actor.
It's some new actor who's going to be basically playing Rebecca Hall.
Night House.
Night House is such a great movie. Oh, it's such a great movie. But Evan Peters, I just love him. He just he can kind of do everything.
But you don't see him often in film. You see him in streaming shows.
Right, exactly. And he's usually so sort of kind of a ridiculous, over-the-top character in what he does. This had an Evan Peters that was just cool.
You said you really wanted to do some specific things for your birthday. You want to go thrifting, which is like every year we do that.
Yes.
We're going to go to the CIA.
Yes. Send help was a possibility.
Yeah.
I wonder about Wuthering Heights. I know you are, curious about that.
No, I'm not curious about it. No, I'm not. Because I saw Jacob Elordi as Heathcliff and said, goodbye.
Not interested.
Goodbye. You're not doing anything you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
I know this because I can see Jacob Elordi there, and he's white.
He's white.
No, we're not doing this.
And Heathcliff is supposed to be a person of color.
We're not doing it.
No, he is.
Go to hell.
Yeah.
You might as well have Laurence Olivier. No, we're not doing it.
I understand.
Do you understand that the fucking story makes no sense if he's white? It makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, there you go.
None.
I want to talk a little bit of politics this week. There were a bunch of Epstein files that came out, but...
Okay, I do love this because...
Okay.
It's about my little nerds.
The nerds.
Okay, first of all, Adobe...
Nerds!
I love the Adobe Acrobat. The people at Adobe are obviously innocents.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They have built in a redaction ability in Adobe Acrobat.
Right.
Which the government has used to redact everything.
Right.
Which was probably done by hand in some capacity.
I don't know.
In the past. God only knows.
When you redact something.
When you strike through something, it's just a line through the text.
Right.
It's very much like that, this redaction process. It's just a black box.
It's a black box that they put over
the text.
Over the text, yes.
Now, the problem with that digitally,
Mm-hmm.
when it's a digital file,
is that it's still there.
It's still there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just covered up.
It's covered up.
And honestly, redaction is kind of bullshit because remember, like, even in movies and stuff, and when things are redacted with like a dark marker, you can still like hold it up to the sun and see it.
There's usually a way.
All you have to do is like copy it because it still ticks as if there's a letter there.
Mm-hmm.
It still ticks through the letters. So you copy it and paste it somewhere else, and it is not redacted. So Adobe probably want to not offer redaction.
Yeah.
Or actually do it properly.
What's interesting to me is the distraction that comes with the redaction, because the same week that all of these Epstein files come out, Trump says that he's going to sue the IRS for the releasing his tax files like way back, during the presidential. I understand.
It's not HIPAA.
I understand. And at the same time, he says we should arrest Obama. So he brings up two other controversies, two other times that he feels like he was attacked, so that his base will say,
"Oh, it's just
another. Oh, the Epstein files is just another attack." It's sort of like you chum the water for sharks, and then you throw a baby in when nobody's looking.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, oh, okay. Look, the sharks are just, they're just like, throw the baby in.
Yeah.
In this case, you throw several 14-year-olds in. Yeah, it's just and the whole Epstein thing is just beyond a nightmare. You don't read it. You don't want to know about it. It's every horrible thing you ever felt or thought about billionaires and sex clubs and Illuminati. When there's a story from a witness, okay, we believe women. I just wish we could do something about it. I wish we could start over. I wish we could reboot the entire federal government. I think that, all of us would be so much happier. I don't care who starts it up again, but we need to get rid of this one.
Well, you're a domestic terrorist now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I a domestic terrorist? I don't feel very domestic.
You're not very domesticated.
Exactly.
It's hard not to get romantic about movies. Follow, like, and be part of the conversation. Tune in next week for more Married to Movies with Jon and Tracy.